On the 6th of September, Chairman of Tripartite Core Group TCG, Deputy Minister for Foreign Affairs U Kyaw Thu and Secretary-General of ASEAN, Dr. Surin Pitsuwan and party went to SeikKyi village of Kungyangon township, Yangon Division and Toe village of Dedaye township in Ayeyarwedy Division to oversee the progress of implementation of community-based early recovery programs. Our reporters, A9 has the detail.
Now I'm here at the SeikKyi village in Kungyangon township in Yangon Division, where Tripartite Core Group has piloted an early recovery community project. The Tripartite Core Group comprises representatives of the government of Myanmar, the ASEAN and the United Nations, and it will assist the rehabilitation programs for the victims of Cyclone Nargis and coordinate among the government of Union of Myanmar, the ASEAN and the UN. An important task of TCG is to conduct a credible assessment and formulate a recovery plan. May I know your name and designation, please?
Yes, my name is Puma Ang, and project coordinator, so one of ASEAN volunteer.
Yes, so could you please tell me boat construction project and how to distribute the boat?
Yes, we choose, now first survey, we get the number of the fishermen who lost boats and nets because of the cyclones. So we get 32 numbers. So now we are collecting the name list of the carpenters who can build the boats. So and then some of the fishermen, they can build by themselves. So and we get the 4 teams, one team, about five workers, and then 4 teams. They can build very quickly. Yes, only in 2 weeks they can build a lot of many boats. And now they finish about 25 out of 32. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
What is your opinion regarding this trip?
Well, I am very encouraged, and I think the fact that all the ASEAN media from all 10 ASEAN countries could see how people survive and how they recover very, very quickly from the effect of Cyclone Nargis in early May. I think it is very, very encouraging. This is certainly a narrative of survival, and I think the people of ASEAN should be proud of the fact that we together as a community could contribute and could share with what we have in other parts of ASEAN, and we were lucky enough not to be affected by the cyclone, but we have our goodwill and our generosity to share and to help. Also from afar as Japan, as the Middle East, who have contributed to our recovery fund at ASEAN. And today we are able to see 2 boats being launched and beetle leaf garden, and we hope that we can continue to help the victims of Cyclone Nargis. I think we are still talking about 2.4 million people being affected, and they will need support for their survival into the next stage of recovery. I think it is very heartening to see them fighting back with a very, very strong spirit. And I think with the knowledge, I think they are comforted by the knowledge that there are people all around ASEAN, that there are people all around the region and around the world, actually, in the international community, who are willing to help, to assist as a part of their humanitarian responsibility to help brothers and sisters here in the Delta to recover as soon as quick as possible. Yeah?
How do you see the progress?
Well, 3 months ago, certainly we don't see the smile and the hope in the eyes of these people. Now you can see the excitement and a sense of confidence and hope for the future. I think that's really a big difference that we together, the TCG, the Tripartite Core Group, chaired by Excellency Kyaw Thu, Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs here, and participated by the ASEAN component and the UN component. I think that's the difference that the TCG and the ASEAN organization together have made to the life of these people. And I do hope that next time we come, there will be more of the hopeful sign in their eyes, in their faces, so that we can certainly do more, and we can bring more generosity and goodwill from around the world. I am going from here to the U.S., to New York, to the General Assembly, and I'll be sharing my impression with the ASEAN foreign ministers, who will be meeting on a sideline of the UN General Assembly, and I will report to them. I will show them some of these pictures and footage, so that they themselves can be reassured that their original intention to open up and to offer a what you call a humanitarian space or window into Myanmar early on is now bearing fruit, and more can be done. I understand that there's a lot more goodwill out there, and we hope that the impression and the pictures we get today through all of you to the ASEAN community at large, 10 countries, will be able to help more and assist more, because these victims, 2.4 million of them, will need to survive into the next crop year, and they have to survive. We have to help them to survive.
How long will the project will last?
We have 1 year here. We have been given 1 year extension, so at least until next July, by the foreign ministers of ASEAN. But really, we will be here as long as we are needed, as long as it takes in order to help them recover. There's an idea that this is certainly a potential rice bowl of Asia. One more. Right now there are two, the TawKhaYan River in Thailand and the Mekong River in Vietnam. The delta here of the Ayeyarwedy or Irrawaddy River used to be one rice bowl of Asia. Why can't we rehabilitate this big rice field into another rice bowl of Asia? And that would certainly relieve the pressure that the world is facing on food shortage, on the high price of food. And if we can do that, certainly we will contribute not only to the victims of Cyclone Nargis here, 2.4 million of them, but we can help the entire region, in fact the entire international community, because of the high price of food, of grain, of rice in particular.
Dr. Surin, could you please talk about a little bit about the sustainability of the project in the long run?
Well, the idea is to help them to get back on their feet. We call it early recovery. This village, SeikKyi village, has been adopted by the Tripartite Core Group, TCG, through the consultation and the advice of the UN agencies who were here earlier on when they were doing the survey of the damage. And we, ASEAN, sent in our own team, and the volunteers themselves proposed that we should adopt this village and rehabilitate it with their 1,300 people to their former status. You can see the level of resiliency. You can see the strong determination to survive. We are not going to be here forever. I understand that Minister Kyaw Thu has made that very clear to them too, that they should use this opportunity to gather as much goodwill and prepare themselves for the next stage, which they will have to be on their own, or maybe the government of Myanmar. But ASEAN and the international community will be here only temporarily, because we have other areas, we have other regions to take care of. But what we have seen so far in the past 3 months is very, very encouraging and very heartening. and we will help them as much as we can. In fact, we are looking for other villages to adopt, to do similar kind of recovery assistance.
After